All right, folks, if you take a look here, I have a piece of PVC that is cut for the drain for the toilet. I've actually already cut it off. And once you cut it off, what you're going to need to do is take a nice little set of box cutters or something similar, razor blade, and trim off all the edges to make sure it's nice and cleanly cut. This is where your flange is going to go. So if you're installing a new flange, or if you're replacing an old flange for the new flange, you'll notice that that pipe will fit into that PVC that I have down in the ground, and I just slide it down. It actually is friction based, it's not glued in. You could glue it in, but it's just friction based. And then you have these screws that come along with it. Now you see you've got little washers, big washers, and then I also have on these screws, it's got a little, like an oblong piece. The oblong fits right on the inside. Now I'm doing this with my left hand while I'm holding the camera the right, so it's a little difficult. The point though is you got to twist it and then slide it over, and then you're going to have the washer to kind of hold it in place. Okay, once that slides over and you got it in place, you got to do it again to the other side. And then it comes with a nut, a little lock nut. And the lock nuts have a little piece of silicone or something similar that holds it in place when you do tighten it down. There will probably be another washer you can put on top, or you can use the washer that's down below to go on top. So when that nut goes down, it tightens up against the washer and brings it to the flange. It's actually a pretty easy process. There you go, so you can put it in from the top end. Now there, the washer's down on the ground. So those washers will go in between each washer, one below the toilet and one above the toilet. So you'll have flange, then the washer, then the toilet, then the next flange, and then the locking nut on top. That should give you plenty of room to tighten that up and hold the toilet in place and solid to the ground. Okay, so now we place that where we want it to be. And if you notice, that little outside flange does move around. It's independent, but it comes along with it. Now I take the toilet, and these little holes right here will go right on top of the bolts that we just put in. All right, here we have our flange. It's more or less up against the floor. Probably needs to be lowered a little bit, and I'll do that some other time. But this is a brand new construction area, so we'd have this level to the floor or below the floor. Then, instead of using those donuts that everybody's used to, we're actually going to use this. Let me show you here you go, the Fluid Master, better than wax toilet seal. Okay, so it's very simple. We're going to end up putting this on here. We're going to take off those bolts, of course. Once you put that on there, then you take the toilet and you line up those little holes right there, that one and the one on the other side. You slide it on top and you tighten it down. It's just that easy. Alright, so this toilet is dirty because it's been in a place where there's been construction going for a while. I haven't cleaned it off, but you get the idea. See, we just tighten that up over there, tighten it up over there, and we're good. I put a couple shims on this side. This is a temporary install. The good thing about this is that you can take it out and put it back on again and again, at least a few times. So that's how you do it, and then you just have to connect the water in the back. So I got the valve on, and I've got the water connected there too. Had to put some plumber's tape around the connection to the wall. But other than that, it's a very simple process, and pretty much anyone can do it as long as you can lift up a toilet. If you have any questions, ask down below. Thank you for watching, guys. Until next time.